There's a moment that stays with me. It's one of those things that, have you ever had a moment like that just kind of made a profound image? It just stuck with you, and it wasn't just the moment, but there was a lesson in that moment. Have you ever had one of those? Well, that happened to me when I was 10. When I was 10, we'd moved from California to Seattle, and I was playing baseball. It was my second year to play baseball in this league, and the season had started, and the commissioner of our league came up to my coach and said, "Hey, listen, we can't prove Terry's age because we only have his baptismal record. We don't have his birth certificate, and the baptismal record is not good enough. So we need his birth certificate." Well, we didn't have that. My mom had to send for it in California. So it was going to take some time. We didn't know how long, but they basically said, "Terry can't play." Now, remember earlier when I said I love sports? It was everything that I had. So having to sit out of a game was really a bummer for me. But I went to every game. I was dressed. I was ready to go. And so the first game, I didn't get to play. Second game, didn't get to play. Third game, I see the commissioner of the league show up and go talk to my coach. And then my coach walks over to me and he says, "Gurno, you can play, and you're up next." And I was so excited. And so I went and I had a red bat. I had a little red bat, kind of like this one. And got my hat on and got my donut on here, and I stood in the on-deck circle, and I started taking swings. And I was just so excited to be playing again. It was under the lights. It was an evening game, so that was a big deal. There was so much about it. And so I had made a decision in the on-deck circle. And that was, I don't care where the ball's thrown, I'm swinging on the first pitch. I didn't care where it was. I made that decision. So I get up, to the plate, and I take a couple of practice swings. Pitcher winds up, throws the ball, and the pitch is way high and outside. I mean, it is out there. But I'd already made a decision, right? What was I going to do? Swing, right? Yeah, absolutely. And so when I saw that high and outside, I stretched as far as I could. I got on my tippy toes, and I reached as far as I could, and I hit that ball. And when I hit that ball, it launched. It launched out in left field. And so I started running to first base like nobody's business. I'm running like I've never run. I was so excited. And the first base coach was doing this. And what does that mean? Keep going, right, keep going, come around. So I turn for first base, and I'm headed towards second, and now I can see the ball, and I see the left fielder. He's not even caught up to the ball yet. He's still running after it. He's throwing his mitt. He's probably trying to I don't know what he's doing, but he's still going, right? So I come around, and the third base coach is doing this, so I round third, and then I'm heading towards third, and he's doing this. And what does that mean? Go home, right, go home. So I turn around, and I go home, and I touch a home plate, and I'd hit the first home run of my life. And it was I'd never forget it. It was so awesome. And so all my teammates came out, the coaches came out, they're all high-fiving me, and they're low-stuffing me and stuff like that. And I'll just never forget that. It was such a cool moment for me. And then I went back into the dugout, and the adrenaline is still going, and I'm sitting there, and guys are still going, "Hey, that was awesome." And then the moment got a little bit sober, because I had said earlier that my dad had walked out on our family. My mom couldn't be there; she was working, but I didn't know where my dad was. And there was this unspoken rule that whenever you hit a home run, your dad would come out of the stands and give you $1. And so as exciting as that was, it was also very sobering. As I sat there, what are you going to do? And my coach from last year, get out of the stands, and he came walking over to the dugout. And then he came over and he stopped right at me where I was, and he pulled out his wallet. And now it just seems like it's all going in slow motion. And he took $1 out and he gave it to him, and he said, "Hey, good job." And I'll tell you what, I couldn't explain it at that time. It's hard to explain now. But for 30 seconds of his life, he stepped into mine where somebody else stepped out. And he made a difference. And he helped me realize in that moment that I mattered to somebody. And I just thought, I don't know how, but if I could do this with my life, this is what I'd like to do. Whether it's 30 seconds, 30 minutes, 30 days, or 30 months. If I could walk into somebody else's life and make a difference and bring hope and celebrate who they are and bring out some greatness in that person, then that's how I wanted to live my life. The truth is, sometimes we got to get out of the stands. We got to take something that's personally ours and invest it into somebody else. Listen, people are having their moments all around us as leaders. Don't miss those to make a difference and bring out the greatness in who they are.